This video will show you how to set up a competition using the Entri platform. To get started, click the Create New button. This will then ask you what campaign type you would like to create. In this case, it's a new campaign. You can then pick how you would like to host your competition. In this case, it will be displayed on your website. Then select the type of competition you would like to create. In this case, it's a multiple choice. Here we have multiple templates that you can choose from and edit to align with your brand. The next step is to fill out the campaign details. First of all, you need to name your campaign. This will only be visible to yourself. Select the start date of the competition and the end date. The next two steps are if you have multiple competition campaigns running under one account. If yes is selected, it allows a visitor, once entering the original competition, to be shown another one to enter. In this case, we don't have any more competition campaigns to be shown, so we will select no. Then select how often people can enter. In this case, it's just a one-time entry. You can then choose to set a minimum age restriction. In this case, it is 18. Once this has been filled out, scroll up and click Next. The next section is to fill out the promoter information. The promoter name, company number if applicable, and the postcode. You can choose to provide a URL to your terms and conditions or enter them manually. The template button will auto-fill the field with a basic template, which indicates where you should enter your own details. Once this is done, scroll up and click Next. It's then a case of including a URL to your own privacy policy. Click Next. The next step is for social media. You can add buttons that let users share the landing page using any of the following methods. Just select which buttons you would like to be included. Here you can add buttons that takes users to your social media sites from the landing page using any of the following methods. Include the page URL and click Apply. In this step, you can customize an SEO tag and how your campaign is displayed when shared on social media. You can see an example of this to the right. It shows the title. You can then upload the image description, and also a description which will show here. Section is for Google Tag Manager. It's a free tool that allows you to manage and deploy website tags like tracking codes without needing to modify your website code directly. Scroll up and click Next. On this step, you can customize your embedded campaign settings. You can choose to include the campaign header and footer. You then need to enter the domain name of where the campaign will be embedded on your website. You can then select the iframe size, either full screen or custom size. You will then need to copy the code snippet and pass this along to your website design team, who will embed it within your website. Then scroll up and click Next. This is the template section. While you've previously chosen a template, here you can easily switch to a different one if your preferences have changed, or even clone the design from a previously built landing page. In this case, we're going to stick with the one that we originally selected. Then click Next. The next section is entry and prizes. In this step, you can change the entry mechanism without rebuilding your setup. In this case, we're going to keep it as multiple choice. Enter the question you would like to ask the users. Then insert a selection of answers below. And select which one will be the correct option. In this case, it's registration form. The next step is for prizes. Please enter the prize details for each prize in the box below. If you're giving away multiple prizes, you can click Add Prize to include more than one. Then scroll up and click Next. The next section is for data collection. Add data capture to your campaign and collect valuable lead information. Choose input types, labels, and whether it's an opt-in or an opt-out. In this case, we would like to collect data, and we would like the type to be an opt-in. Here you can choose whether you would like the opt-in to be a radio button or a checkbox. Amend the following statement to ensure it is in line with your marketing/data strategy and compliant within the region you are running the draw. Here you will need to include the name of the brand. Further down you will see a label for the positive answer and a label for the negative answer. This is how it will show on the spreadsheet once the data has been downloaded. You can choose to add additional data fields. This data field is mandatory and it will collect the email of the user. To add additional data fields, click New Input. You can then select the field type. In this case, I'm going to ask the user for their first name. So I will select free text. The label text will be first name and the data field will be first name. We want to make sure that this is required, so we'll tick required. Then scroll up and click Next. The next section is to customize your URL. Here you can see an example of how the URL looks. Here is where you can amend the URL. This has now added competition at the end of the URL. Then select Next section. The next area is the design of the campaign for desktop. The header will automatically be pulled through. Here you can upload an image of your logo and then change the size of this. Within the main body of the campaign you can include sections, and within those sections you can add components such as text, image, custom data field, countdown, video, social media follow links, social media share links, card and divider. In this section we've included text, an image and a countdown banner. We have included 4 sections and each one has different components. In section 4, you can see this is where the multiple choice entry has been included. The data field, the data capture, the submission button, and the terms and conditions. The footer is automatically pulled through. This will include the promoter details, as well as the entry platform's data policy. You can amend each component by clicking the one you would like to amend. Once this has been clicked, you will see a box to the right which states the component type, which in this case is text options. You can add the font, you can add a coloured background, border, change the font family, the layout of the font, the positioning, the shadow and the text. In this case, we would like to change the text. We then would like to make this centralised. As well as bold. Once you are happy with the design for your campaign for desktop, you can move on to the design of the campaign for mobile. If you have made changes on the desktop version of the campaign, you can transfer this over to mobile by clicking the cog, then select Copy Design. This will transfer the design from one device to the currently selected device. As you can see, this has now pulled through the title of the competition. We're going to change the size of this. Once you are happy with the design of your campaign, you can click Review Your Campaign button. In this area, you can review your landing page. This will tell you the following tasks that still need to be completed before your competition goes live. In this case, it's a case of adding the terms and conditions. Also have a look at your campaign and see how it looks by clicking Preview. This is how the competition currently looks. You can return at any time before your competition start date to finish building or make alterations. Make sure you have credits within your account in order for the competition to go live. You can check out the campaign's reporting page by clicking here. This will show you the entries and page views the competition has, as well as the number of days it has been live. You can also preview the competition from this section, as well as grabbing your data. And once the competition has ended, the winners will be available in this section. We hope to see your competition live soon.